Hello, baseball fans, and I don't know if you've got the MLB All-Star Game on, but we do. Just as the game went live, John, I don't know if you just saw it, but Randy Arozarena just snow-cone Acuna Jr. there.
That's pretty interesting way to start it off right there.
I know. We were sitting back. I was like, game's slated to start at 8. I figured it'd be closer to 8:30. We're warming up, getting the pipes ready, drinking a little H2O. Well, I don't have any H2O here, but
I do.
You do. You're the smart one here. I'm just the voice, and I like to talk
H2O.
a lot. Huh?
And it is H2O.
And it is high quality H2O. So, John, it's the MLB All-Star Game. Last night was the Home Run Derby. Midsummer Classic here, and my thing already froze up, so this is going to be entertaining. But Garrett Cole starting to. What was that?
We're going back to last night. Touch on last night first, if you want to.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go there. We'll just chime in as the game goes on, kind of like we did before. So last night was the Home Run Derby. Did you catch any of it, John?
A little bit of it, but I do want to give a little bit of hometown shout out to Vlad Guerrero, the Guerreros, I should say. He's a big name around here from Senator's lore back when he was playing for the Expos organization. The dad that is not Junior.
Yep.
Wow. Another nice play there. My balls almost brown.
My internet's being so loopy right now. I might have to try to.
You're freezing on us.
Yeah, I am. I think I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to stream it from my phone. But what happened with Freeman? Did he smoke one to right or something?
No, he went opposite direction to left, and it was another one that was about a foot away from going out. Pretty nice catch on the track.
Nice. I was going to say, I did bet the game. It was set at 7.5, so, always go with the over.
Yep. Oh, Tim.
It was come on, phone. Come on, phone. Yeah, it was like only a $5 bet with the boost or whatever, so I decided to bet the over. But yeah, as you were saying, Vlad Senior, former Harrisburg senator, former senator and current bobblehead Hall of Fame down here in Harrisburg. Have you seen his big bobblehead yet?
I think I had one at one point, not the newer one, but one of the older ones. They had a lot of promos for him, I think, back in the day when we were a little younger.
Yeah, they definitely harp on anything Vlad Guerrero wise to get people in. Which, if you look at what all talent has come through there for at least Harrisburg anyway, you're talking to anybody from the Nationals and Expos time. So you remember Milton Bradley?
Yeah, I remember Milton Bradley. Absolutely.
I was going to say Milton Bradley was there, Ryan Zimmerman, Vlad Sr., just anybody who came up that was a good name with the Expos
recent guy, Sandy Leone ended up playing catcher for the Red Sox. He came up through the organization.
Yep, Sandy Leone was one. Lucas Giolito, who's now with the White Sox. Steven Souza Jr., who made that incredible save. Steven Strasburg. Just Harper.
Souza Jr. was with the Senators for a while, wasn't
he? He was there when you were pounding hot dogs and I was filming games.
I remember him. His walk-up song. He was the son of the South, or son of something, son of Sam, or something like that. With what's the guy's name? I can picture him now. Randy Houser. I can hear the song playing right now. Figuratively, that is.
Figuratively, yes. We don't want to get banned on any.
Yeah, there's no copyright infringement going on here.
No copyright infringements. We don't do that kind of thing here. We just come on. Okay, so I see Mookie Betts was up.
I'm on a commercial break right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I have an hour preview pass, so we're gonna roll with that. I'm not going to sign in.
Well, So we
There
can't
we
go
go.
over an hour.
No, well, I mean, we could. I just have to sign in. So it looks like the lineup for the American League: you got Simeon, Otani, Arozarena, Seager, Diaz, Garcia, Hayes, Jung, and Heim. I don't know.
Heim.
Jonah Heim. We basically have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rangers in this lineup. Cat, get out from under my feet.
Yeah, as we were kind of talking about before, it was very Ranger heavy on the ballot and ended up turning out the way we expected it to, with quite a few of them making it.
Yeah, it's definitely. But they're all deserving though. So I mean, I think when we were going through doing our picks, we were kind of going for guys that we think wouldn't necessarily have had it. Well, they would have had a chance to make it, but kind of wanted to go off the rails a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, that's what we do best here, right? Just go off the rails. I think I even put in the description this like this one may go off the rails. But let's see. Gallons
So
got a easy little ground out the third there. I don't know if you're ahead of me or not.
So I got I'm not sure where you're at either. I have Otani walking the plate right now.
Okay. So you're probably a little bit ahead of me, yeah. So I think one of the bets here would have been does Otani homer this game? Let me see if our friends that you can bet that have put anything on the All-Star game. Because I know they had odds for the Derby. No, I'm not seeing anything. Maybe I just.
Yeah, that's mic'd up, it looks like.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not going to be like Liam Hendricks where he didn't realize his mic was on and he's in the 4 seconds.
There's a little snafu with the Flyers today. They had a little press conference and there was some background noise, and basically, like, I guess their media team was on a hot mic and didn't realize it, made some comments about a member of the press asking a question, and it was not exactly flattering.
Oh, I saw something with the caption of
Castellanos is going deep left.
No, that's probably going to happen next. But it was somebody at the Flyers is going to get fired.
Yeah, well, a lot of Philly media played it up in the sense of like, oh, well, there's a scandal-ish type thing, right? Where nobody could find the clip for a while. It was just the statement that came out, and everybody's like, what happened? And it took about an hour later, and the clip came out, and people are like, yeah, someone's probably going to get fired for this one. So
it's probably not safe to...
So, I mean, it was just not, I don't know how to put it. It was just not flattering to the member of the media. It wasn't as if, like, it was anything, there wasn't any type of, I don't know. You know what I mean? It was controversial in the sense that it was unprofessional, but it wasn't controversial in the sense of, like, the whole type of stuff we see these days, right? With all that, Pat Fitzgerald and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, as long as it's not a Cincinnati hot mic moment, should be fine.
Yeah.
But somebody's still probably going to get fired.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but let's be honest here too. Like, anytime something like that happens, it's going to blow up immediately. Like, you can't hide anything anymore.
So it's going to blow up in local media for sure, and then it's going to blow up in national media when it's something like the Reds mic, right? Or like this Northwestern story, right? Something like this with the Flyers, I don't think is big enough because, like I said, it was just unprofessional. It wasn't like a gotcha moment where there was any type of like greater controversy, if you know what I mean. It was just kind of somebody being kind of stupid. But some of the other stuff that is more controversial, I guess, or plays more in the media, goes national quicker, right? So
it looks
for whatever
like
that's worth.
Gallons falling behind a Rosarena 3-1 here. Here's a good little side bet. You think the starting pitchers are going to go more than 2 innings? Right.
It's hard to say. What do you think?
There's a single. I was gonna say, I think these guys. I think every pitcher gets like an inning. Some guys will probably only get a couple hitters. I was gonna say, just because as we say a million times for Philly guys, with Philly Rob sitting there managing the NL team and Craig Kimbrell recently being named a replacement. Do you think he uses Craig or does he give him a break? He gives his own guy the break.
I want to see Craig get a break. He's been really good and he's been used a lot.
Stolen base attempt, and he is hosed. Maybe.
That's a heck of a throw right there.
They're not going to replay it. Hey, give him credit. But let's get a little bit of running here. One thing I want to see more of is the
that's a heck of a
umpire
throw,
cams.
man. I want to see his replay.
Oh yeah, right in the face. He's out.
Man. Oh, they played it off pretty well. I mean, the glove got him right when he slid in there, but didn't. That's a heck
it wasn't
of a bang.
intentional.
That was, and he didn't. It didn't catch him hard or anything like that. That's a heck of a play, man.
Well, they all are all stars.
Best catcher in baseball, but I mean, it was still all right.
I mean, yeah, it's no JT Realmuto.
It's
Though,
BCIB.
who does have the, what would you call that, stolen base percentage?
When stopping people. Stop. I forget what's the stat called. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I can't think of the name of the stat though.
I'm gonna see if I can find anything here. Ranking every 23 team starting catcher. No, I don't want that. It will be catcher. Stolen base percentage. There we go. Active leaders. Results for caught stealing. See if that pops it up. So is this year? James, that's got to be all time because that's got McCann and everybody in there. I don't want that. Single season. Anyway, that's something we can look up in a little bit here, unless you're trying to find it too.
No.
Okay. Just waiting for me to make an idiot of myself.
It's Prime Day, dude.
Yeah, it's not finding anything for me. I'm not going to dig around here. Let's do this. Well, I got a couple things lined up here I was sharing with you beforehand. Special thanks to one of the group chats I'm a part of with my friends, Justin, Caleb, and my brother Patrick, introduced me to this game called Immaculate Grid. If you watch the John Boy Media channel, they have a version of this that kind of got popular, and Jeff Passan hammered one out in about 12 seconds.
It was impressive, dude.
So basically,
Hank's been on these for a while too. I've seen him posting on his Twitter.
Yeah, so these are definitely catching on. So basically, this one's powered by Baseball Reference, so you can use legends and anything. Player has to have played a certain amount of time. I forget how much time on each one. Yeah, they already pulled Garrett Cole, so Evaldi's already in the second inning, so each pitcher's going to go an inning. So for like that top left corner, the player has to have had played for the Dodgers and the Astros, Yankees, Astros, Phillies, Astros, so on and so forth. So, John, I figure as the game unfolds here, I've already done this, so I already know the answers for this one, but I want to see how many you can snack here.
Dude, like none. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, come on. Right. You can name the bottom row.
Roy Oswalt.
Okay. And we won't know until you're done with.
Really?
Yeah. So I can put Oswalt in here. But he's already wearing an asterisk cap. So,
is there only one right answer though?
No, there's multiple. So for mine, I put Ken Giles.
Okay, but like if it's right, it still gives you credit if it's somebody that like.
Basically, you have to go through 9 guesses here. Okay. You have 9 total guesses, so you got that one right. So if you name a Philly that also played for the Mets.
This should not be that hard.
No, it shouldn't. There's quite a few.
I know that.
What's your current ace, buddy?
I know that. Zach Wheeler.
Yeah. You know that name.
I know, but I was thinking back a little ways.
my selection there was Todd Pratt. And there's a single by J.D. Martinez into left field. And you know the 200 hit season. There's one guy that should pop out.
Yeah. Pete Rose.
Okay. You want to go with Pete Rose.
Are you frozen?
There we go. Yeah, my internet's going. It's been weird and wonky, so it was probably on me. I don't know what's going on with it. You want to go Pete Rose down there? Pete Rose is right.
Okay. So now we're doing Astros and Yankees.
You can go in any order you'd like.
We could do Yankees and Mets, Dodgers and Astros, Dodgers and Mets.
The two that gave me the hardest time were the Dodgers Astro and the Dodgers 200 hit season. Those were my two hardest ones.
But you got all of them right?
No, I missed the two in the top corner. I'll give you another easy hint here. The guy that just started the game for the AL.
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole.
All right, Tim. You're helping me out too much here. No more helps.
No more help.
Let me go down on my own if I need to.
Okay.
And then Yankees and Mets. This is going to sound stupid if I'm wrong. Mike Piazza.
No, that one's wrong there, but he's up here, so I'll give you that one.
That's where I meant it to go.
Of course, yeah, we knew that. He's even wearing a Dodgers logo in this picture.
Yankees and Mets. It's got to be a pitcher I can think of.
There was a pitcher. He liked to party.
CC Sabathia.
No.
He does like to party.
No, not like this guy.
I'm thinking of the stories of the guys who... David Wells?
No, he wasn't a Met.
Those are party guys.
They are party guys. I'm talking like 1980 party guy. There was a 30 for 30 with him and his teammate who were both...
Darryl Strawberry?
He's one of them.
Yeah, he's a big cocaine guy.
That was my pick too. So
he's a motivational guy these days. So good for him for turning his life around.
Oh, absolutely. I can't. I don't know how. No.
What's that?
I don't know how Dwight Gooden's doing. Who would give you?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Derek Jeter, 200 hit season.
Yep. Let's see. We had a full count there to Arenado, who pops it up to the pitcher's mound. So good job there. You said Jeter for this one. All right. Now the top two corners are the ones I struggled with.
Astros
and
Dodgers.
And if anybody's out there listening along or watching, feel free to throw your comments down in there too.
And then Dodgers and 200 hit season.
Yeah. Almost half the people that played the game today got Dodgers in 200 hit season wrong.
Wrong.
Single for the National League.
So you only get. So how does it work then? If we get, do I get guesses?
So if
one guess,
you are down to two guesses. So
All right.
you can try to guess twice for one spot, but basically if you get either corner wrong, it's going to count as a guess, and you only have one more no matter what.
Okay, so then I'll have one box that would be unfilled. If you were to have it on like the little, like when they show you the Wordle thing, it would have one ungreened box.
Yeah, so if you wanted to, so if you guess this one as somebody and it happens to be wrong, it'll be red. and then you have one guess left. You can either take another stab at it, or you can move to the other box.
Yeah, but I'll end the round by having one unfilled box.
Yes. You won't have an immaculate grid. See what I did there? You won't have the immaculate
I only
grid.
have an immaculate grid now because of your help, so take it for what it's worth.
Oh. I'll tell you what, I didn't.
Oh.
I did not think of Pete Rose for the 200th season for the Phillies, so that was a good one.
Who'd you go with?
And then you can also. No, I went with Jimmy Rollins.
Okay.
I don't think Schmidt ever had a 200th season.
He probably didn't. I'm probably wrong.
The other hint I was going to give you was the alleys out in center field.
Oh, Richie Ashburn.
But yeah, basically the three guys you named for the Yankees row are the same guys I did. Piazza, I mean, that's probably the most guessed one, I believe.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Oswalt. That one stuck out of me.
No, I went with Ken Giles.
Okay.
And then I went with Todd Pratt.
Speaking of, drinking.
Do you just want me to put something in to get it wrong so you can see the answers?
No, give me a second. I have somebody in my head. I'm trying to think of the name though for the Dodgers and the Astros. I'm thinking of a pitcher, and I know Josh Beckett. I know he played for the Dodgers. I'm not sure the Astros rebounded. Wasn't the worst guess.
Now this one threw me for a loop, and then I mean these are the two that threw me for a loop. It looks like we're getting out of the second inning still tied at, middle of the second tied at 0 in the game. Oh, we got a Lucasfilm trailer. Oh, it's the Ahsoka trailer. I'm gonna nerd out here, John. Oh, they got the Rebels people. Nerding out. One more guess.
Dodgers and 200 hits.
Or you could try another Dodger Astro.
Yeah.
Either way, you're going to have one blank. Two-episode premiere. Let's go.
When you heard the answers, were any of them like, oh, well, you okay, so any of them just like, oh, yeah. They hit yourself in the head.
So the LA-Houston one, I probably never would have guessed. Okay. There's one person for the LA in 200 season I should have guessed. And it's fairly historical of a player for that 200 hit in LA. Because LA also counts as its former team. And if I say the former team, it's going to get... Yes.
Jackie Robinson?
That's one of them.
Well, I mean, you ended up giving me that heck of a hint.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of careful. So, yeah, so here you go. So, the average score is 6.9. The most popular answers. So, Zach Greinke was a Dodger and he was an Astro.
I was thinking pitcher. I said that. And I
did say pitcher.
And I said, like, he's not really – he didn't bounce around a ton, but enough that it was like he did bounce around a little bit.
So, yeah, it's just one of those. And then Jackie Robinson was one. You got all the main answers for the middle row. You had the two for Philly, and then Jimmy Rollins was the big one. So, yeah, the accuracy. So, everybody seemed to have guessed Derek Jeter and the Yankees row pretty clearly. The two that people had problems with were the 200 hits in a season for the Dodgers and the Dodgers-Astros player.
Yeah.
There were only 14 Dodgers who had 200 hit seasons.
Wow.
And
I mean, only 14 Yankees and only 17 Phillies. So
yeah. So like you kind of get down there. So like Beltre, Piazza, Steve Sax, and a bunch of Steve Garvey. There, Jackie Robinson was the lone. Well, not the lone one, but he's only been on this list once. So
yeah,
that was the Immaculate Grid, John.
Pretty cool. So it's once a day, just like Wordle was, right?
Yeah, just like Wordle. And then there's also another one called MLB Pickle where you get to pick the player, but we can touch on that one a little later here. Let's see. Looks like Mitch Keller's coming in for the National League.
Seager got him.
So, yep. And then up, he's already got. So it's at a 1-pitch, 1 out. My box score's updating faster than my game. Here's one of the Pirates representatives. How many Pirates representatives do we have this year?
You know who was the star of the this is stealing from Barstool, but we do it a lot, so whatever. Who's the star of the show from the Derby last night? The true star of the show.
The true star? I mean, they put on a show.
Hey, and we're out of here. First home run of the All-Star game.
And, of course, the Pirate gave it up. Oh, he flipped that. That was a sick bat flip. Put it out there, just wow.
Yandy Diaz.
7 more runs to go, John, and I hit my over. 7 more runs. Yandy Diaz. We both voted for Yandy Diaz. So that's a vote for BW Sports 1 and a homer powered by BW Sports 1. Maybe.
There we go. So yeah, but looking to last night, you know, Adley Rushman's sister got a lot of airtime.
I didn't catch a lot of it. I glanced up. I saw Julio hit his 41 homers in a round. Mookie Betts got absolutely trounced in the first round. I saw Adley surprised the absolute. I'll just say he surprised the absolute hell out of me, hitting that many home runs. I didn't think he'd advance as far as he did. But what's the story with Adley's sister?
Short now. We're censoring ourselves. We can't allow that on this stream. So.
You get one. Everybody gets one. But what's the story with Adley's sister?
I guess she just got a lot of airtime and a lot of people were tweeting about her. That's the gist of it. It was a typical Barstool story.
Of course it was. Leave it to Barstool to point out the player's hot sister.
Well, the Orioles are on pace for their best season since 1980, I think, right now. Something like that. I saw.
That would make sense. Speaking of which, where are they sitting in the standings right now?
We said they were going to be a team to watch out for. They're, it's only the All-Star break, right? But they probably kept things together longer than I expected. I thought they'd, be competitive for a while, right? But good for them.
So yeah, absolutely. My connection was interrupted.
I don't think anybody dislikes the Orioles. You know what I mean?
No. I'd be shocked if anybody said they absolutely hated Baltimore.
Yeah, because they haven't been competitive in that division for so long. Like there's no real hatred for the most part, right?
Yeah, Baltimore 2 out. 2 out in the East behind the Rays.
Jeez.
Come on, phone. Come on. Internet problems in the Quigley household here. So let me go through the standings. I haven't looked at the standings here since last time. So Cleveland and Minnesota treading water in baseball's worst division. Texas is still going strong. Though Tampa Bay going 3-7 over their last 10. That's a little shocking. That just sums it up. Yeah. And Philadelphia just absolutely crap in the bed.
No, they're not. What's happening though is that everybody above them just never loses. The Braves never lose. So the Phillies went on a pretty nice little streak there, but they didn't gain much or any ground because the Braves were on an even better streak. But I think in the wild card they're only a game or 2 out, or they might even have the slot.
Let me scroll down here. Where is the wild card? Oh, wild card game's back. They're half a game out of the wild card.
Okay, I knew they're right there in the wild card.
So Miami's 3 games up. Milwaukee is a half game out of the wild card. And then Arizona's the other wild card leader. Yeah, they're up 2.5 games. Miami's up 3. Philly's a half game back of the wild card, or one of the wild card spots.
So
So
I mean that they're probably not going to catch the Braves, but
no. And you know what? Here's the team I want to highlight. Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Reds, 7-3 over their last 10, and Ellie De La Cruz still murdering the ball.
he is
Still.
I mean, how long is that hype gonna keep rolling? I mean, for now it's fun and it's helping them, get a heck of a spark. We'll see if they can keep carrying that on.
Would you have voted him for an All-Star, John? Because people are sitting here saying he should have been on the All-Star team.
I mean, there's not enough sample size by any means. No, you couldn't do that in good conscience. He didn't play nearly long enough. But I mean, he played an All-Star pace for sure. Absolutely. If he would have played another 6 weeks or so, I might have considered it. Yeah.
No, yeah. That's the
Not
thing,
for
too. It's too small of a
performance, for lack of time in the majors.
Yeah, too small of a sample size. So, yeah, that's the whole thing there, too. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I can understand the hype. I can understand, like, him want at least get him into the home run derby, but he apparently turned the home run derby down. He didn't want to do it. So imagine if he would have. I think he said something like he wanted to concentrate more on the team and the team success and all of that. So, it is what it is, but wouldn't be shocked if he did it next year either.
I would not either.
All-Star game rosters. Here we go. Elected starters. Reserves for the American League include Salvador Perez, Adley Rutschman, home run champ Vlad Jr. Or I should have said, wait, what's Adley's sister's name? Do we know?
I don't know. I didn't pay enough mind. Not like I should have, apparently, but
Merrifield, Bichette, Jose Ramirez, Wander Franco, Luis Robert, Austin Hayes, Yordan Alvarez, Garcia, Tucker, Julio Rodriguez, Brent Rooker is that'll be a trivia question. Who was Oakland's representative? Brent Rooker. The potential final Oakland Athletic to be in an All-Star game.
You see today that Manfred came out and said that once the Tampa Bay and Oakland situations, are worked out, they're going to look into expansion from 30 to 32.
So what do they mean by Tampa Bay being worked out?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
They've been working on Tampa Bay for years.
They got the team's good.
Yeah, but it's a crap stadium.
It is, I know, but they got to figure. It doesn't. There's not a whole lot of movement for them to go anywhere. It's just a matter of like nothing concrete getting done. But you're right. The stadium is probably the worst in like all of professional sports. Like
I'd still give that to the Athletics.
All right. Well, I mean, they're both pretty high up there.
In terms of domed stadiums that still exist, because I'm pretty sure it's them in Toronto is the only true like dome AstroTurf stadiums that are left. Let's see here. Let me go to the National League because our question was, who is the Pirates representative outside of Keller? It's just Keller. Oh, nope. They got David Bednar. David Bednar is the other Pittsburgh representative.
Good for him.
Let's go. I'm trying to see who the Reds representative here. They have Alexis Diaz. I'm trying to see if they have another one. Josiah Gray for the Nationals.
You think it's a sellout there tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, my phone just went. There's got to be a way I can turn this.
First world problems, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know, right? This is what happens when you plan let's do a live podcast like within the last 45 minutes. Oh, Sonny Gray on the mound now. Talk about a dude who should get some Cy Young votes this year. There's Sonny Gray.
I think he just took Acuna down. It's nasty stuff.
Swinging. Yeah, and who would have
Yep.
thought that getting out of
Oh,
New
you
York?
hate to see Acuna go 0 for 2,
Oh
won't you?
no!
Just
Oh, there goes his All-Star chances, or not his All-Star, his MVP award chances.
you just hate to see it.
Uh, I mean, he's a great player. I think he topped the jersey sales for before the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think I saw that. Let me pull it up here. Share the screen. Because this is what we do here. We talk about things and we use the internet to back up our findings. Because we have that power. Acuna and Ohtani are the most popular players in the belt. They're also MLB's most popular jerseys. The most popular jerseys at the break: Acuna, Ohtani. Why is Fernando Tatis so popular?
I don't know, dude. The Padres are not good.
No, and I mean I understand that he is an electric player. I get that, but I'm not buying his jersey. Like I would
No.
buy an Ohtani jersey. I'd buy Julio Rodriguez jersey too. I'd even buy a Mike Trout jersey. But Joey Votto sitting 13. That's a weird one too.
It is.
Adley Rutschman, 18 for the Orioles. Again, Manny Machado at 19 and Clayton Kershaw for 20. I'd get a Kershaw jersey. You don't have to name anybody on the list there, John, but if you were to get a jersey outside of Philadelphia, who do you think you get?
I'd get a Mike Trout jersey to lure him to Philadelphia.
There you go.
With the
That's selling
back, want the Eagles fan back, baby.
Yeah. Though he excuse me. Probably gonna have a shortened career when it's all said and done with his back end. I mean, he's getting injured a lot lately.
He is. Yeah, and I mean the Phillies have a lot of hefty contracts for a long time, so you don't want to make the Ryan Howard mistake and pay for what they did, not what they're going to do, right?
Yeah,
so I can understand. I mean, from a logical standpoint, you can absolutely make a very good argument that they should not do something like that.
Yeah. So let's see. We got Freddie Freeman on first here. Did he walk or did he hit a single?
I did not see. I was talking to you. I think he walked.
Okay. That's what happened. I'm too distracting. 2 outs. Blew that fastball right by him at 93. That looks a hell of a lot quicker than 93. There's our second one. Yeah, Mookie Betts, Mr. I only hit 11 home runs among the 350 that were hit last night. How about the dude throwing the balls to was it Julio or was it Arozarena that was just like literally just short arming it, just doing this?
Yeah, I forget who it was. He was like painting the corners.
Yeah, just that up and in corner.
Remember the guy last year who threw for Pete Alonso and like they looked at his pitch cast and it was like literally everything was sweet spot. He was like perfect. The absolute goat of that.
Oh, he must have gotten a new guy this year because they did an overlay of like 4 throws.
He did.
And they were just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was gonna
there's Seattle. What was the name of that freaking self-contained city they had in Seattle? Remember that for a while they had some little area of the city like cordoned off and were like, what the heck's it called?
I don't know. I don't remember that one. Was that during COVID? You sure that was in Portland? I remember Portland doing something like that.
The Chop Zone. It was called the Chop Zone, yeah.
The Chop Zone?
Yeah.
And what was so special about the Chop Zone?
I think it was an unlawful occupation protest and self-declared autonomous zone in the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Seattle, Washington. So a bunch of like Antifa people literally just like took like several blocks and were like, all right, we're lawless and this is ours now. And of course it imploded because they realized they needed leadership and the anarchists then like couldn't come. Hey,
have no fear. The source is here.
I was going to mention something earlier as we watched this game live. We unfortunately don't have a on the ground correspondent this time around.
Listen, I turned the game on just in time to watch Mookie Betts get out. I want to say what a travesty that is to have him even in the home run derby. Mr. I'm going to hit 11 home runs and not use my timeout. You bum. There were so many more better people that could have taken that spot.
Like Ellie De La Cruz.
Like Big Stick Nick.
Yeah, or
yeah.
Talk about your
Scooby-Doo's biggest fan, Nick Castellanos.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo's my superhero, Nick.
Look, he's a dog who talks.
Nick the Stick Baby. Woohoo! Listen,
and we were also talking. I don't know if
first off, I'm about to take the show completely off the rails for you. All right?
No, do it. Absolutely do it.
First off, the All-Star game with all the rules pointless. Let's just get rid of the All-Star game. The home run derby is cool with all the home runs, but I miss hearing Berman go back on. Like I lost track of where all the home runs were going last night. Thank you, Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah,
the new rules are terrible. I don't care. I don't care how they do it. Like, just instead of having the broadcast be terrible, trying to follow these things, like let us watch the home runs land. Let us know what's going on, right?
A little bit more clear, so you guys can see this ugly mug. Yeah, that was the rule. They changed the rule. The rule is now like you don't have to wait for the ball to land to swing again, which is.
I was wondering why they were going so much quicker.
I like the cameras following it and seeing how far it went. I don't like this new thing.
I want to know if it's legit 440. I think that's why we lost track last year. Why Schwarber, Mr. Strikeout or Bust, home run or bust guy, came up short in the home run derby because they couldn't keep track of where all of his balls were going because he had 3 thrown at him in like a 10-second span. Sorry,
you're not wrong.
Pace of play. Our pace of play needs to be quickened.
Not for the home run derby. Pace of play for this All-Star game is going pretty quick, isn't it?
I mean, we're in the bottom of the third, and it's 1-0, and my bet for the over isn't looking good.
What time did it actually start?
Like 8:20.
Okay.
We literally went live as Arozarena made the first of his 2 amazing catches on the field.
Well, I was sitting here watching the Outlaws on my phone playing Xbox, and I'm like, first off, the Outlaw race is pretty gnarly. So if anybody's actually looking for something entertaining to watch, turn on Dirt Vision, watch this Outlaw race at Attica. Kyle Larson set quick time. Shocker.
Larson?
Yeah, starts fourth in the dash, but there's a lot of good passing. Like, a lot of good passing.
So there's multiple lanes up on the track already?
Yeah, I wanted to go out there for this race. This is a track. It's like banked. There's only one wall. It's on the front stretch. There's a lot of runoff. It's awesome. It's a great little track.
Luke's out there. Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. Except for this guy, because he's sitting here watching it on his phone, watching this All-Star game.
Well, I mean, they just have like 2 consecutive weeks off to do the racing extravaganza.
Yeah.
The racing extravaganza that got rained out.
PA Rain Week is what I call it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not wrong.
That is Pennsylvania.
Nasty little flip on the front stretch there. But no, I don't know. I think the American League's probably going to win this game. I'm not going to lie.
I mean,
I like Rob Tom as our manager and all that stuff, but let's be honest, I don't like how he has that lineup. What's that?
Is he going to use Kimbrel at all?
Oh, absolutely. He might use him for like two batters, and that's it.
Yeah, I'd give him the rest. I don't care.
I mean,
yeah, that's a question I was asking John. There is with Rob Tom, the manager. Do you think he's going to use his own guy, or is he going to give him a break?
I think he ought to do the. Go ahead.
I think he gives Castellanos a chance to play because he's earned the right to be at that All-Star game. Kimbrel's earned the right to be at the All-Star game, so I think they both see. I think Kimbrel might see like a batter just to like, because you're gonna have a lot of this downtime from the time that he would have pitched last to the time he could potentially pitch again. So throw him out there, one batter, 3, 4 pitches, 5 pitches, whatever it is, pull him out. Why not?
Yeah, I was gonna say because everybody's been. Sorry, but my computer's been so terrible here lately. I'm using my phone to stream the game.
So as a Philly homer, I can say we can only hope that Trey Turner grows into his Phillies tenure as well as Castellanos has. After that slow start, people were on Castellanos real quick, and then
You know what?
come on.
You know what the Phillies really need to do, and I'm going to keep preaching it till he's gone. Get the freaking rid of number 27, Aaron Nola, because he's nothing but a liability every time he pitches in a game because you don't know which Nola is going to show up. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, but did he make an appearance on Derby for Vlad Jr. or Julio last night?
Who?
Nola.
Yes.
He does lead the majors in home runs given up. That's a fact.
He does.
You know what? I bet you if he was pitching to Pete Alonso last night, Alonso would have won that home run derby.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I get the concept of it, right? But the Phillies aren't exactly loaded with starting pitching right now.
I mean, no, but
we were just looking at the standings here, too. The Phillies are only half game out of the wild card.
If you can get any value for him, then I would take it. But I don't think you're going to get much of any value for a rental.
But even for him being a rental option, you factor in all of his bad starts. It's just like having a bullpen game, essentially, with him not out there.
So what are you going to get from him then? You're going to get nothing from him.
At this point, I'll take a bag of balls, a bag of bats, a new janitor for the locker room.
So you're telling me you'd rather have a bullpen game that lost every fifth game, as opposed to a guy who may go out there and in 4 starts have 2 bad ones?
I mean, it's you're giving him too much.
Hypothetically,
you're giving him a 500 average that he's in 4 starts of having 2 bad games. Let's make it a 75% to 25% in bad starts. He's had one in the last however many starts, 10 starts. He's had one game where he was lights out and he still threw a home run at the end of that game.
Oh yeah, he's given up. Let's see here.
21 home runs. He leads the league.
He absolutely leads the league. So July 9th against the Marlins, he went 6 innings, gave up.
He has
8
2
hits,
games where he didn't. He has 2 games where he hasn't given up 1 home run. He has 2 games where he hasn't gave up a home run.
Yeah, one of those was June 22nd against the Braves, where he only allowed 2 hits.
Yep.
5 strikeouts. Then against the Cubs, he went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, gave up 2 bombs. Against the Rays, he went 7 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run, which was a home run and a walk, and he also had 12 strikeouts that game.
That was a game where he went lights out and gave up that home run.
He's a 30-year-old who has been, again, inconsistent, right? But I mean, I don't know what.
Yeah. So going back,
I don't think they're going to get much back for him as a rental with how he has not hurt him.
Just give me the bag of balls for him. I don't care. I've been telling it for years that he should have been traded when they had value for him. No, he's an ace. He's not an ace.
No, Zach Wheeler's the ace.
Well, of course he's not the ace.
Who I think.
He hasn't been the ace. Nola hasn't been the ace in a long time.
Nola's not in the conversation for ace.
I'm saying when I said that Nola needs to be traded when he had value to him, everybody was like, no, he's the ace. And I'm like, he hasn't been an ace for years. Let's get off that topic for a minute.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm a Nola homer, so.
But you're also a Schwarber homer, so at least you got 2 things in common with both of them: home run or bust.
Hey, I like my long balls, man, whether they're being hit or given up. The ones that are given up are a little more stressful, though.
You don't say. So, are the Phillies making the playoffs this year? Wild card, probably. They're not going to catch the Braves.
Do you want an honest opinion?
Yeah.
Are they going to make it?
What
probably.
Else are we here for?
Are they going to make it? Probably. Do they deserve to make it? Hell no.
Did they deserve to make it last year?
Yes, they deserved to make it last year.
There's just something.
I understand that. Just right now, okay, I get it. Last year, what made me realize they deserved to be in it last year was the turnaround when they brought Rob Tom in as the interim. They went on that tear. I get it; they're on a tear right now with the road games, except for Miami, but they just
And the two
constantly,
against the Nats.
they just constantly like, I don't know. I'm tired of hearing, oh, the offense is going to come around. I'm tired of hearing, you know, pitching. Like, if we're this far into the season and the offense hasn't really come around other than a couple games here and there, you probably don't deserve to be in the playoffs and make a run like you did last year.
That's why you play the whole season, though. That's a rope. For Martinez.
Right as soon as my phone decided to stop playing now.
If there's a team that deserves to make it out of the National League, that is a big surprise.
It's the Reds.
I mean, I'm talking through the wild card.
Oh.
The Milwaukee Brewers, who are tied with the Phillies, being a half game back.
Yeah, I was going to say the wild card
The
race.
Reds are big surprise the Brewers.
The only reason why the Brewers are in that position is because, well, their division.
Well, at least it's not the AL Central. I mean, we just took a look at the standings there. It's like a 46 and 45 and a 45 and 46 fighting for the top spot. And it's the Guardians and the Twins fighting for that.
I mean, the Reds and Brewers are battling it out. I mean, they're within a game of each other. I think they're both surprising. I guess, who's more surprising? I don't know. I mean,
probably the Reds.
Is it more surprising that they're up there fighting, or is it more surprising that the Cardinals are that bad?
No, it's the Cardinals being that bad doesn't surprise me any. I've sat here and I've trashed the Reds. I will still trash the Reds because it's the Reds.
Ooh.
But they're probably the most surprising because Milwaukee, like, they've had years where where the expectations were they're going to be that team in that division, other than St. Louis. Because the Cubs had their glory years when they had Rizzo and all them and decided, hey, we don't want to keep them anymore.
Yeah, our time frame's over, so we're going to trade everybody.
But like Milwaukee and St. Louis have probably been the two most consistent teams in that division over probably the last 10 years. So Milwaukee being there is not a surprise.
Are the Mets going to be buyers? Like, stupidly, are they going to smartly just cut their losses at this point?
At this point, they should just hire Frank the Tank and let him take charge of everything because he seems to know what the Mets need.
Yeah, more Vogelback and Darren Ruff, right?
The Mets are train wreck. The Mets are
terrible. They're terrible, right? But do you think that Uncle Stevie tries to pull out all the stops and try and buy his way into contention or convince himself he can do that? Or do they smartly say, like, all right, it's time to
watch them trade the farm for Ohtani?
That's
what I'm saying, though. Like,
I think they're buyers. They're gonna be buyers at the trade deadline. They're not gonna be sellers because Uncle Steve there decided that he was going to spend all that money and he's just not going to let it walk away.
No.
He's not going to just
I can understand. I think it's stupid, but I think it's probably not.
There's a hit by the NL average leader.
Dog just wrecked my bed.
Tie game. MLB's almost.
That's the MVP this year.
You think? Just the guy hitting 400, not doing much else.
He's the MVP. Not Acuna.
That's a bold statement. I can see the argument, but I'd go for Acuna over this guy. Again,
Reyes?
Yeah.
Is Ohtani get traded?
Ohtani's going to get traded.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I don't think he gets traded before the trade deadline. I think he gets traded more so in the offseason. It's going to be like a sign-and trade. That's the only way that anybody's going to take him.
Well, they also have to give up the entire farm, so it's going to be who ends up caving to the demand.
I'm just saying, for Ohtani to sign right now, you're talking $500 million minimum to sign him.
Well, you're not going to trade with him unless you know he's re-signing. So, yeah, I get that, right? So, and
I don't know if that was a good catch by Rose Moreno.
Okay, but here's my thing. This is my point to Ohtani. They're not just going to dump him right now because the Angels, they might be bad, but they're just they're like, you know what? Let's get if we keep playing him, if we don't trade him now, we can probably sign him and at the end of the season and trade him and get a lot of valuable assets out of it. Like the more he plays and the better numbers he keeps putting up, there's going to be a lot of value to him. So you get him, you sign him, $500 million, whatever it is. What team is dumb enough to give up their entire future for that guy?
The Mets.
There you go. And the Mets aren't just going to take him and take that contract. They're like, yeah.
Would you rather give up the farm system or give up the entire financial ability to sign anybody else?
I mean, I would just give up the farm system.
Because
again, you already spent all that money on Scherzer. You spent all that money on Verlander. You spent all that money to have this juggernaut of a Mets team because we're the miracle Mets and we're going to come back and we're going to do everything.
Well, didn't the Mets? I think Scherzer's contract. Yeah, Scherzer's contract's done after this year because that was only a 2-year deal. So he's off the books.
I thought it was 3.
I'll take a look at. I thought it was 2 because I thought it was the same deal Verlander got.
But you still got Lindor. You still got Alonso.
They're still paying Benito Santiago. They're still paying.
You got to pay Senga.
Did you see the list of the people the Mets are still paying that aren't on their roster?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's my point. The only thing they're going to have to do is the Angels are going to have to sign Ohtani to a massive contract and then trade him, and then you're just going to have to give up your entire future just to get him.
Okay,
do the Mets even have a decent farm?
What's that?
Do the Mets even have a decent farm?
Yeah.
So looks like Max Scherzer signed a 2-year contract, but he has a player option for 2024. So
he's going to come back.
You think if they're this bad?
For the money? Boy, would you not?
You don't think somebody else would go out and pay him? I mean, maybe not to.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't because he's also
pitching a pretty decent this year, other than his ERA. Like he's 8-3 and 101 strikeouts. So
yeah,
I would bring him back.
So here's the good news, boys. The Braves apparently have the 30th farm system right now.
Yeah, because they're all up in the big leagues. Don't need a farm system when everybody's developed enough on the club.
If you want me to, I'll just go through this list if you want. Just
if you got it.
Starting worst to the first. Tell me if any of these are surprising. So we have at number 30 is going to be your Atlanta Braves. 20 is going to be your Houston Astros. 28, the Blue Jays. 27, the Royals. 26, White Sox, who are terrible at just about everything. Marlins at 25. Almost. Yankees at 24, dropping from 17.
I'm looking at the
Phillies
at
23.
Not a surprise.
22, Athletics.
Not a surprise.
21, the Red Sox. Brewers at 20.
Which is about where I would think that they would be.
Angels at 19.
Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop you at the Angels because are you reading the one right off of Bleacher Report? Is that the one you're looking at? Okay, so them coming up from 29th is actually huge because you think about what they've done over just the last year.
I mean, they got Mickey Moniak and they got Logan Hoppy. Hope.
He's their number 2 prospect.
Yeah,
and their number 1 prospect is a shortstop, so they're already working on fielding up that infield for the future. So them being as high as they are does not surprise me. Okay, continue.
That's all right. Stop me if anything else. So yeah, Padres at 18. 17 is the San Francisco Gabe Kaplers. 16, the D-backs.
That one is kind of surprising because you figure they have talent, but their best prospect was Corbin Carroll, who's now in the majors. So I thought they'd be a little bit lower.
Mariners 15. 14, the Rockies.
Shout out to the Rockies, local boy Benny Montgomery.
Benny Montgomery, yeah.
Number 5 overall. He's their number 5 overall prospect.
Yep. 13 is
Where's
the Mets.
He out of?
Redland.
Redland.
That's the Redland kid. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Mets at 13 is my point exactly. They are still above half the rest of the major leagues in their farm system.
They're not terrible. I mean, yeah, you're right, but they're not. They don't. I mean, I get it. I get it. Right. But they also have an aging roster. It's not like they have a bunch of young guys up that are super promising, right? So it would be a stupid decision, but one I can see them making.
They have
Right.
right here, just looking at it, of their top 10 prospects, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their top 10 prospects are all pitchers
For the Mets?
Jeez.
from the Mets.
Holy crap.
So why couldn't you just get rid of essentially those 5 for Ohtani?
I'd say like 3 of them and a couple other
Because
position players.
Ohtani's still young enough that you're going to get a lot of years out of him as long as he stays.
And stays healthy.
Correct. So that's my thing is
He was, because Ohtani did already have Tommy John surgery. So would you worry about that again or anything with the shoulder? Or do you think he's
I don't
good?
know, especially if he can bat.
Well, yeah, he's
You're gonna-
still hitting.
Yep, you can shut him down as a pitcher, but you can still put him in as a DH. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That's why giving up your farm system to me is the smart move. But continue, John.
I'm just trying to refresh my. I see we got a nice little shout out there for Tim's ensemble.
You were at
Like Big Ben.
so we stopped at number 13, which was the Mets. So number 12 would be next.
The Detroit Tigers. The Twins at 11. All right, before we get top 10, did anybody cheat and look at the whole list?
I haven't looked at anything. I'm sitting here trying to keep my phone from dying out.
I'm keeping up with you, so I was just looking through because I was.
All right, guess who's the number 1 before we get in the top 10?
Trying to.
I was gonna say Pittsburgh. I was gonna say Pittsburgh was number 1.
I don't know who I was going to guess anyway. So
give us a guess, dude. You're flustered now because you got because they like your shirt. You're flustered now. It's okay.
I know.
It's a nice shirt. I agree.
Well, no, I'm sitting here trying to like half keep my phone awake, half like do all this stuff, so I couldn't even. Whoa.
Well, you have 10 teams left to choose from, Tim. Out of those, 10.
And I wasn't listening to the other ones.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you. So name me one, and I'll tell you if we've already been through it.
You already said Diamondbacks. You already said KC. You already said Pittsburgh.
No, we
did not say Pittsburgh. We did not. I said Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's number 1.
Where's Washington? They got to be somewhere.
We did not say Washington. So there you go.
All right, Tim's riding with the Nats.
I'll ride with the Nats. Give me some
Number 10,
attitude.
the Texas Rangers. Number 9, the Chicago Cubs. We are all in the top 8.
Cubbies.
Number 8, the Washington Nationals. Tim last. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Not the first time.
With the Nationals, that James Wood, I've gotten to see him play now a couple times in Harrisburg. That kid's going to be a stud. He's their number 1 prospect for a reason.
He is.
Or their Twitter account him right now. He's just launching nukes.
Got Wood.
His Twitter account, Wendy's. Wendy's is the best Twitter account by far.
Oh, I agree.
Tampa Bay Rays, number 7.
I'm not surprised with that. I thought they'd be a little bit higher.
Cardinals, number 6. Traced from the top 5. The Pittsburgh Pirates, number 5.
Ooh.
Now, this is obviously
Reds, number 4.
I think the Pirates. The Pirates being at number 5 is before the draft, obviously, because they made a really good pick with their number 1 pick this year.
Well, the Reds was the 4, but that's before they have De La Cruz in the majors.
Yeah. So this list has probably changed a little bit.
The Cleveland,
the Indians, baby.
You mean the Guardians?
Dodgers,
we're correct now.
Yeah.
The Dodgers?
Number 1, the Orioles.
That doesn't surprise me, though.
No, the Orioles have always seemed to have had decent studs come up, but I'm still more shocked that they gave up when they did the other year when they could have made a playoff push, but that's just me. They got some guys back in return, so what do I know? I'm just a guy in a chair on a screen.
They're making a hell of a push right now. So far.
Guardians from America is soft.
Hey, look.
Comment.
Speaking of Otani, he's on third right now.
Now, who's on first?
Hold on a second. My dog is being
It's all right. I'm shocked my dog hasn't absolutely gone barking at somebody out front yet. So that's what we needed. Right? Yeah, a little bit of a rails here, John. We just needed Source to pop in.
Just a good old dog.
Save the day, as usual.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I saved the day.
Yeah. I was going to say, I even put in this thing, this one may go off the rails a little bit, and I'm just sitting here like waiting for something to happen, and all of a sudden, bang!
Boom! Surprise!
Source. That's the kick we needed.
Surprise, MF.
Yandy Diaz go yard again here?
Yeah, no.
Though if he does, he's an automatic MVP.
Is that how they scored the first time?
Yeah, he's the lone run for the AL, and he almost drove in the second, but I can hear that Outlaws going on there.
Yeah, they're getting ready to line up for the A-main. Yeah, they're getting ready to line up.
I was going to say.
Which, the rest of this week, I am going to be preoccupied. There's a lot of money about to be won this week for the World of Outlaws. Actually, for dirt racing in general. We got the $1 million race on Thursday. We got the $175,000 to win Kings Royal on Saturday. If you would sweep all 4 nights, you pocket like $1.25 million or something like that.
So Kyle Larson's going to win $1.25 million?
I don't know. I think he starts 4th tonight. I didn't see where I didn't get to see the. He drew for 4th for the dash, but I didn't see the dash results.
Okay. I thought you said he won the dash.
I was too busy ranting about what was going on in baseball to pay attention to what happened in the dash. Okay.
That's when you know you're on a roll, when you don't even pay attention to anything else. You know what? I should have done. So I should have just done this. Hold up. How do I get to that?
You click a button. Click.
There. That's what I should have done right there.
No. See, it's a little too late for that now because I'm not ranting.
I know.
I might have another rant here.
Might. About what?
I might.
You want me to get you fired up here? Tell us about the Fire's social media team.
Oh, God. See, now you're going to get me all sorts of fired up. I am not going to go on a rant about the Flyers during a baseball all-star game. But I will tell you right now, though, that there's a lot of interesting stuff going on between Russian Hockey League and the NHL.
Do you know what I'm referring to, though? Specifically, the hot mic today.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, no, I'm not ranting on that one. But what was it, like 4 days ago, like 25 years ago to the day, Eric Lindros won his first MVP? The golden child that never came to be.
Never won. Yeah. Well, injuries and
concussions. Just concussions. Yeah. No injuries, just concussions. Injuries he could have came back from.
We don't say that word around here. We don't say. Say.
Hold on. You don't have to single me out on this, but I just read this, right? There's 2 things that I just read that would make me go, what?
It's one of those being the Pete Rose thing?
No. MLBPA wants to tweak the pitch timer before the playoffs. Just get the fucking rid of it. I'm sorry. Just get rid of it.
How do they want to twist it?
You mean tweak it?
Tweak it, twist, tweak, punch, pull, eliminate.
I'm trying to read through here. Players aren't suggesting getting rid of the clock entirely, just tweaking it enough to provide extra time, especially in those high leverage moments. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
If the playoff game is 4 hours long, it's 4 hours long. It's a quite an enjoyable experience.
The
And
one
the
thing that I
other-
can't. Oh, go ahead. I'll wait.
The other thing I was going to tell you that kind of is a surprise to me is the Cardinals are talking about trading Arenado.
I did see that.
I would. If I'm the Cardinals, I blow it up. Him, Goldschmidt, Flaherty, just blow it all up.
Hey, how about this?
Are you giving a bomb for Arenado?
No.
Alec Bohm?
Oh, I was going to say, let's get rid of Bohm. Let's get rid of Nola. We'll send them to St. Louis. We'll take Arenado. Give us the World Series right here, right now. I'm okay with that trade.
Do you want to repeat the last time we traded a third baseman to St. Louis?
Yeah, he went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for the other team.
Yeah. So we'll take Arenado. Give us that World Series.
So Arenado's going to be a glorified Placido Polanco.
That's fine. That's fine by me. For the record, Tim.
You can call me Timothy.
Timothy.
You're my friend. You can do that.
Tim. He starts second.
Just don't call me fat.
He starts second.
Okay.
So he's gonna win.
So he's gonna win. So they should just eliminate the pitch clock. But one thing I was going to bring up too: how come they give the guys extra time to put on the stupid little oven mitt on the bases, but they won't give Bryce Harper enough time to put on his elbow pad?
Because the oven mitt takes all like 3 seconds to put on. Harper's thing is by umpire, and it's their discretion.
And I hate that by discretion thing because, like, it could be anything, and it's even when the guys have special moments, like when McCutchen has to come back and he gives a tip to the crowd, and he tips his hat to the crowd and gets flagged out for a strike, or somebody comes back from injury. Guess what? You took too long. Here's an automatic striker. Liam Hendricks comes into the game for the first time since beating cancer. Here's a ball. Like that's the stuff I can't stand with the pitch clock. Like, just have some awareness of what's going on. But, pace of play is more important, apparently.
Sorry, I was reading the rest of this lineup here.
No, you're good.
Ooh.
I do appreciate you jumping on, dude.
James McFadden on the pole.
Where's he from?
From New South Wales, Australia.
Ooh, and he's racing dirt?
Yeah, he's a big-time Australian sprint car driver. Big Ben 316 says he has a question for us.
Oh.
Ask away. I am full of knowledge. There's a reason why I'm called the source. I'm full of knowledge.
Yeah. I just sit here and make stupid statements all the time. Source has all the knowledge. John chimes in and keeps the convo going.
Because they are overrated.
Overrated.
First off, let me have my moment here now, Tim. You said you wanted a time to. Manny Machado should never have went to San Diego. He should have came to Philly. Him and Harper would have been great. Soto going to San Diego was just a way of him to get paid. He wanted to chase a World Series. And the reason why they can't win is thank the Padres for the little stupid video they try to do against the Phillies to try and get past them in the playoffs. That's why San Diego can't win. They are overrated. They are probably they are just as bad as the Mets. They spend all that money and they can't win when it matters. So.
But they love to talk trash against the Phillies.
Oh, no, you want to talk about trash against the Phillies is Deebo Samuel not being able to take anything. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's a fair point. They can dish it out. They can complain about the conditions all the time, or their quarterback's getting injured and blah, blah, blah. But, hey, it is what it is.
Well, Matt, say it, Matt. Just say it. Don't hold it back. Let it rip. Do it. Do it. Nope. This is a safe space. It's okay. Go ahead. Nope. You can. It's your chance.
Anyways.
Okay, gave you your shot.
Anyways.
The world will not know.
Yeah, nope. I'm gonna keep that one to myself. Oh no, 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 no,
This
Big
guy's pretty
Ben's trying
cool.
to pry it out. He's
no,
trying to pry it.
You know what? I kind of like this guy. Good for him.
Yeah, Big Ben jumped in on the
Hey,
Fourth of July special here too. So he's
called
watching
Big.
everything on the
He's
network.
called Big Ben, but he's got the brain of a little Ben. Being an all Philly sports fan.
well, I mean, you can't say it about the Flyers or the Phillies.
Oh, I'm
Or
going to
really-
say it. No, I am going to say it about the Flyers because they're trash, dude.
I'm still a fan. They are. They're.
You know what?
Right now they're
For my
Fletcher-
sake, for
Fletcher
you know what?
Bowman-
For our sake, for
All it is
our
is going
sake,
off
right
the
here.
rails.
No, for our sake,
You
on
upset the
here,
man.
I hope they are so trash that we can go to a game for like $10 a game. Thank you very much.
You're being asked a question, man.
Of course, you have to explain who your team
You're
is
being-
because you're not an
Okay,
NBA fan.
I am a
You know-
Phillies fan. We know that. You know, I got my Harper jersey right back here. Woo, yeah, you know,
We
MVP.
clearly see the Flyers. We see the Flyers
Yeah,
sign
see the
above.
that way. Yeah, right there. Stop, Flyers country. You can't see my other ones because they're on my other walls, but I am a Cowboys fan. I got a picture of Walter Payton running against the Cowboys defense, which was a pretty cool picture.
Justin Steele on the mound.
That's
for
the one that we
National
were
League.
waiting for you to touch on there. So
That's the one that always seems to draw up some trouble, but it's okay. We're all still friends here, even though we have some different teams.
Not everybody can be perfect like me. It's okay.
That's fine. Everybody sees
Sorry.
perfect differently.
Me and Tommy Boy are the perfect ones in the group. Everybody else just trails behind a little bit.
That's fine. You're
Yes,
this is
you
America.
Skip
You're entitled
Bayless.
to your opinion.
You and Skip Bayless, yes, indeed.
Listen,
Here
I
we
hate
go.
I hate Skip Bayless.
The Cowboys do suck. That's actually scientific fact.
Hey,
he's not wrong.
You know what?
at
The
all.
one thing that that they can give me credit for is I will tell you if I don't think the Cowboys are any good. I am a realist. If I think the Cowboys are bad, I think they're bad. Just like I think the Flyers are going to be bad. I don't think the Phillies deserve to be in the playoffs. I tell it how it is. I don't have a filter. I don't care.
Well, the
But I'm
only
also a
thing
realist.
the only thing these guys don't follow that I do is the NBA, and I'm a Sixers guy.
I
I'm following
I
NBA.
pay enough attention to it, okay?
You never like talking NBA shop, though. I like
No, I
talking
don't,
NBA.
because it's the most overrated sport in the world.
I don't like the whole
American
super teams
League.
thing unless the Sixers have a super team. Then I love it.
I mean,
But if they don't have one
they're talking about
now,
trying to keep Harden to stick around.
They're gonna. So here's what happens with Daryl Morey.
I know they can't at this point. Actually, they might have a chance now. They got rid of Zeke, so they don't have to worry about only running for 30 yards a game. Now they can run for 40.
Woo!
I think
Anyway,
I
so
think
Daryl
them.
Mor-
I know where you're going with Morey. I think the thing that's going to decide whether or not
Doing
Harden
it
sticks
first,
around
then?
is Patrick Beverly and him. Could they get along? Because obviously Harden and Embiid get along. It's not a secret that they like each other. Everybody seems to like Embiid. It's adding
Austin
Patrick
Riley just had
Beverly,
a really good play on a swinging bunt.
adding Patrick
Great scoop
Beverly
at first.
to the mix is that going to be an issue? Because that could be some
He's
ego right there.
He's a veteran minimum kind of guy,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you can trade Harden to get Damon a 3-team package, yes. I haven't seen a 3-team
not
package
gonna
yet
happen.
that worked for that. It's not. I mean, I agree with it. I'm sure Morey would like that if it could happen. It's not gonna. I don't know how realistic it is. And Dame's only gonna play for the Heat at this point, is what he's saying. But yeah, I mean, I think Pat and Harden would be fine together. I definitely think that's the case. But it's just a matter of, from what it's being reported, is that Harden basically got mad because the Sixers got in trouble for tampering last time, so they could not talk any numbers with Harden until it came down to the point they were allowed to, and he wanted to basically get a head start on his negotiations with them and or seek a trade, and so that made him mad, and so he threw a little bit of a diva temper tantrum and asked for a trade, and Morey's like, all right, well, we'll start looking for one. And we all know with Ben Simmons that he sat on the bench for 3/4 of a season before Morey actually traded him to get James Harden, right? So Morey's willing to outlast and have more patience than Harden is in this situation, if you ask me. So it's not surprising to me that it could drag on, or Harden could just come to his senses and be like, you know what, my best bet is to play out the contract, earn my $37 million. Thank you, Big Ben. Appreciate it. Collect his $38 million player option, and get to run it back with Embiid and Maxey and Tobias Harris. But then they also got Big Ball Paul back, and we do have Pat Bev now, right? So
they would have already had a championship in Philly if they would have just got rid of Simmons and kept Jimmy Buckets around.
Obviously, yeah.
Much like in world history, where I firmly believe there is a split in time. I believe if Harambe wasn't shot, we would be in a completely different universe right now. If Philadelphia keeps Jimmy Buckets, we're looking at a different history timeline.
Breaking news.
Let's go.
News. Actually, not really breaking news. We're on lap 2 of this feature, and guess who's leading?
Kyle Larson.
Yep.
I thought you were about to make a big trade or something.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Somebody got traded in the middle of the All-Star game.
I'm gonna make a trade. I am trading myself from the Philadelphia Flyers fan base to the Ottawa Senators again next year. Like I why not?
Why the Senators?
Because we don't have any Senators fans in the state of Pennsylvania that I know of. I want to be the one.
You want to start it?
I want to be the one. I'm going to start the Ottawa Senators fan club here in central Pennsylvania.
Ottawa Senators, Harrisburg Senators.
Couldn't even tell you who is on their roster this year. I rooted for them last year because they had Claude Giroux. This year? I don't even know.
We got our stand up to cancer moment going here during the All-Star game.
Well, while they stand up to cancer, I'm going to stand up to what I believe in, and I believe in that the Ottawa Senators are capable of making the playoffs this year.
You just turned a very serious moment into an Ottawa Senators fan base beginning.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Close enough.
How many people are actually okay? Other than the diehard baseball, I'm not even. Listen, I have this thing on over here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of chiming in here.
I'm watching this awesome sprint car race that's going on. I'm looking at the Ottawa Senators roster. I got some elevator music for Stand Up to Cancer playing in my ear over here. Like,
how many people are actually watching this game?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see the numbers. I guarantee you more people watch the Home Run Derby.
I guarantee you more people watch the All-Star Celebrity Game.
I think that comes on after this.
Nope. They already played it. It came on after the Futures game. It was on Peacock.
Futures game.
Ryan Howard had an inside-the-park home run.
And he almost launched a real home run.
He had a home run over the softball field fence that they put in, and it almost went out over the baseball field fence. But Zach Levine almost had one, basketball player, swoosh, almost had a actual MLB home run as well. So,
there we go.
I forget what the score. No, I forget what the score was of that game. But at one point, like Team Jenny Finch was down like 15-4. They came back though.
That's competitive right there.
All right, gents. I'm not buzz killing it, but it's getting big past my bedtime.
Yeah. Same here.
I was going to say, let's wrap this up. We got it to the 5th inning. We
taking us off the rails. We appreciate that.
It was 21-19. Team Felix Hernandez, King Felix, beat Team Jenny Finch 21-19. They had a 15-4 lead.
It was obviously a pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
The most. All right. Well, guys, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for jumping in, spicing this up. Thanks, Big Ben, for all the comments. That was live, guys, and let's do it all again sometime soon here, huh?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds all right. Let's roll on out of here.